This channel is for immature audiences only. It is not for children, only for childish adults. We might play some video games that kids also like, but we say words like fuck and shit with alarming frequency and make crude, inappropriate, and morbid jokes all the damn time. Level 0 NPCs assumes no responsibility if your idiot spawn watches this and gets traumatized.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dagger of Amon Ra.
The danger of
I don't know if you can fix the energy that Matt has injected into this, Luke.
No,
I need to ruin a cold open every now and then. I don't do it to piss you off, Luke. That's just icing.
You're just aware of it. No, I get it. That's just
the icing. I just do it because it needs it. It needs it.
My emotions are a non-factor. I'm aware of this.
I don't know. Maybe I just think it weeds them out. It weeds out the people.
No, I mean, should we really be weeding them out? I mean, like now?
I mean, if it's not that, it'll be something else.
It's like tempering steel. You know? We're just trying to get like just the right amount of like carbon imperfection in there.
And I will admit something about this time. That was just the low energy thing. I don't know if that works. Yep. Really, it's the nerdy thing. That's the one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to...
those are fine for the most part.
I don't know about those. I know you've shut those down before, for sure.
Oh, I've shut them down before. Yeah, absolutely. But, you know.
Finding the limits of Luke's patience is much harder.
On the grand scheme of things. Also, I mean, you know, my patience waxes and wanes as well. So
it's true. You know. It's true. It is sort of tied to the moon or something like that.
Yeah, I don't happen to be a completely even keel individual. You know, things do affect me in one way or another.
But you're not a temperamental individual. It is like a tide that comes in and out. Like it's not over the course of a conversation. It's over the course of like days or weeks.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. You know, something sets the tone, generally speaking.
I think we did elicit a reaction when we all looked up what Screen X was.
Yeah,
just now before we started recording. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that set a tone. That's for damn sure. I've never seen that shit before, and I'm glad that I haven't.
You guys get Screen X in where you live?
I don't think they allow that here. I think it's against the law.
It is real gross.
Be. Jesus Christ.
It should be against the law.
Yeah. So to continue the conversation that the rest of the viewers have not heard, yeah, Screen X seems like an absolutely pointless innovation.
It's worse than pointless. It actually diminishes the film experience.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, you already had IMAX, and you even had fucking wraparound IMAX. I don't know why you need a stretched peripheral vision simulator.
You don't.
Yeah, there's something like an innovation that doesn't improve the experience, right? Like, there's got to be a word for that. Like a weird lateral move or like a grotesquely additive thing that's not synergistic.
In this case, it's called Screen X, and it's when they project it on either side of the screen as if it is one long screen, but it looks like 3 monitors, 2 of which are broken on the other side.
Yeah, it's like they take the middle 70% or like you know, a 4:3 monitor like clipping on like a 16:9 video, and they just take the what it would be pillar boxed here on either side of, if you were looking at the screen here, and just stretch it out to be another 4:3, and then wrap it around the side of your head.
Could you do like a mock-up of that for the YouTube video with this screen?
Would that be do the whole video as Screen X version?
That's so horrible.
Well, I can't because this is already a 4:3. Like if we were doing a 16:9 thing, I could probably do it, but
it's so bad, and it takes you out. It's supposed to be immersive. It does the opposite, and I think that's what I find anytime a movie theater tries to get you something that tries to make it more immersive. It just makes it way less immersive.
There's got to be a term for a subtractive innovation. a thing that you add to something that takes away from the experience. Like the DOSBox. We did Wonder Woman in the DOSBox. We've mentioned that before on the show. And it was a strictly subtractive experience. It just made it worse. There was no every part of it, from concept to execution to implementation, was bad. Bad from the jump. As you might say.
That's the one. Was that the one with the puffs of air that would happen randomly? Is that the one?
That's the moving mechanized chair.
Cinema 4D or something like that.
Yeah. The DOSBox is when like they would move your seat.
Okay.
To match the action on the screen.
Okay.
But it like in a long shot, like a helicopter shot of people riding horses, we'd still be moving like the horses, not like the helicopter. So stupid. I don't understand anything. I don't know why they did it. It was gross. It was a bad experience.
Did I ever talk
did
about...
it because they had to, and some poor intern was told to make sure that it was always doing something with the DOSBox.
It's kind of like the shitty version of being like a Disney Imagineer, I think. Where it's this sort of like... You're trying to add sort of a theme park innovation and appeal to what is a very static movie theater. Right? Like, the movie theater is never anything other than a movie theater is the challenge. So it's trying to make that stay relevant. So it's none of, like, the design liberties that an Imagineer can take.
Yeah.
Matt and I worked on this project in a big rubber dome on the waterfront. It's called Experience.
Experience?
Experience.
It
was
was
a big
amazing.
inflatable dome. And for a long while, it was just me in a repurposed theater room at NASCAD with a miniaturized version of the dome that was like suffocatingly indoors with these loud fans keeping it inflated. And I became like one of North America's only spherical projectionists to get that shit working. Anyway, there were these chairs that the proprietors of this experience I should say, had brought in that would spray you. There were these spray chairs because it was like a nautical themed experience, and there were these special chairs that would mist you as part of the experience. But of course the chairs didn't work properly, and what they would do is that they would just sort of, instead of a fine cool mist to sort of be the ocean spray, it was sort of a hot stream of smelly robot piss. It was just like warm and in like a jet, in like a trickle that would just go right in your lap, and it smelled intensely of machinery. And then they none of the chairs worked, so they couldn't plug them in, but they had spent all of their money on it. And then the entire thing was blown out into the sea by a hurricane.
There is a god.
Yeah.
You know what though? It was pretty cool. I think we need to say that it cost you your very life, but it was pretty cool.
Remember, there was one time we were coming home from like D&D, and I got called in to recalibrate the dome, and the whole D&D crew was there on the waterfront, like digging around on the little like play area for kids that's there, while I was just in the dome in the middle of the fucking night recalibrating the cameras because somebody had bumped them.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. I say cameras, projectors, not cameras.
It was, you sat in this dome and you watched this story unfold through the dome.
Well,
we
a
were
robot.
So tired on launch day.
Oh. A robot urinates on your lap?
I say cameras because in the game engine there was a camera analogous to each projector. So
Right, yeah.
I built the whales.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Projector is kind of like the white hole to the black hole of the camera.
Yeah, it is like that.
Hey, are we ready to play a video game?
Yeah,
I just had to tell everyone about the scary robot piss that shot out the back of those.
I appreciate it, honestly. And truly.
I think it takes a special movie to really immerse you with that type of activity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're learning about whale conservation, and you've paid $10 for your ticket on the waterfront. Scary robot piss just fires out the seat in front of you into your lap.
I think maybe people should just watch movies on screens. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. Hey, I forget what we did last. Somewhere in the sequence of various conversations I need to eavesdrop upon. I think we just caught these two talking about Yvette.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah.
I think so.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I'm gonna just go out on a limb here and try heading over to the side and seeing if something interesting happens. I'll just go tread all over their feet.
Walk right through them.
When Ziggy and Irish Event Horizon were in a conversation together, my brain sort of lost the ability to store information for a while.
Oh, here we go. Gotta lose
those two on
this. Detective O'Reilly and Ziggy.
Here we go.
Those two on the side there look like they're about to start spinning in a circle.
That's great.
They do.
More than a woman. More than a woman to me. And I'm gonna spin around. Get it? Okay. The fuck? Excuse me.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
Like that bald guy is about to get a helicopter ride from the other guy.
Why aren't y'all talking? I'm right here.
Yeah, that didn't work. I didn't even warm up. Okay, we're gonna have to. I'm just gonna go into this cold.
Here.
We're gonna see what happens.
Very cold. Maybe someone's doing some talking over this way. I don't know. I want a turkey leg.
My walk speed and my animation speed are not matching.
What are your normal warm-up exercises, Matt?
I don't have any.
Oh, you had. You would do some. You'd make noises sometimes, but maybe they're not warm-up exercises. Okay, maybe. Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Well, you don't have to. So
I don't have to.
All Julia.
I don't know. Countess, they tell me you were married to the last museum president, no? Yes, darling, that's correct. Sterling Waldorf Carlton was such a charming man and so wealthy. My heart is just an empty void without him. Yes, Sterling was such a nice man. It's too bad he's worm food now. Oh, I prefer to think that Sterling is still with me in spirit. Oh, I'm sure his body is crawling with maggots by now. But if his spirit is with you, let me know, because I'd love to see it. It is hard to lose a loved one, no. I understand you were only married a short time, Countess. Yes, I had only 2 short but charming months of married life with Sterling before he died. And how long had you known this man before you were married? Oh, we met just once. One charming month before we decided to get married. It was love at first sight. Where did you meet him? Oh, I'd only been in this country a few weeks when I'd met Sterling on an offshore casino ship. It's quite legal to drink and gamble there, you know. And all the right people attend. Sterling was so charming, he just swept me off my feet. This Sterling, he must have had the large broom. Oh, Yvette.
Burn!
It's just a manner of speech, my dear. Sterling was a witty man. You must have inherited a nice fortune, Countess. The money doesn't matter, darling. Actually, there's an annoying problem with the estate right now. It seems Sterling was changing his will when he died, to give me more money, perhaps. Anyway, I'm sure my attorney will take care of the problem. Too bad you can't dig him up to finish his new will. Yes, quite.
Everyone's horrible.
Conversational pro tip: don't tell people their dead loved ones are crawling with maggots. That's weird. That's a weird thing to point out. I bet your dead husband's crawling with maggots.
The archaeology, it is such a masculine profession, breaking into the ancient tombs with your sledgehammer, thrusting your way into the treasure chambers, touching the gold artifacts, it is also stimulating, no?
Yes, well, when you put it that way, I guess it is rather stimulating, being the most important archaeologist of all time.
And it is such a burden to bear this greatness, no? With such pressure to perform. You must be perfect all the time.
Yes. Yes, you have to have a unique understanding of my problems, Yvette.
Ah, your problems, they are obvious, no?
Very kind of you to say that, but there are many who misinterpret my actions. They don't understand the pressure of having famous relatives in the same line of work and having to compare oneself to all the time. Yes, yes.
Ah, but the Tutankhamun find, it is nothing compared to your discovery, no? No?
Correct. I didn't realize you knew so much about archaeology.
I know many things, Dr. Carter. No?
So I've heard. Perhaps we should discuss archaeology sometime.
I'd love to hear about the work you do, Dr. Carter. Perhaps later tonight. No?
Will you be working late tonight?
Oh, yes. I think everyone will be here tonight, no? There is much to be done to prepare for the opening of your exhibit tomorrow.
I was planning a break for tea around 3 a.m. if you'd like to join me.
It sounds wonderful. Perhaps you would come to my office then?
I'd be delighted.
It is so gracious of you to take the time to speak with me.
Nonsense. Think nothing of it.
How will I ever repay you for this courtesy? I know how busy you are, Dr. Carter.
You know, I'm sure we'll think of something. And call me Pippin.
Pippin. Pippin.
Jeez,
fucking Dr. Carter. Guy finds one knife in the dirt, thinks he's king shit.
Oh, my Pippin. You are so great. You're my Pippin.
Well,
it was fun to watch her play him like a fiddle, though.
Oh, yeah. No. She's, she knows her shit. It would appear.
I told you to stop bothering me, you camel driver.
Dr. Carter, I will stop bothering you when the dagger is safely back in Cairo.
Blank! I don't know if you've noticed, but the bloody dagger has been stolen from the museum.
I see no reason to exchange epithets with you, Dr. Carter. I'm aware of the burglary. I'm also aware that no evidence was left behind and the dagger case was not harmed. In fact, I think you removed the dagger from the exhibit.
Me? Me? And what bloody reason would I have to steal my own bloody dagger from my own bloody exhibit?
The dagger is not yours, Doctor. It belonged to the Egyptian people. As to why you stole it, I do not pretend to understand your twisted American thinking. Perhaps you wanted to keep the dagger for yourself in your own private collection.
Perhaps I should ask why you're shifting the blame onto me, you insignificant peasant. It would be very clever of you to steal the dagger and then stay about it to start rumors about someone else stealing it.
Only an archaeological thief would make such an accusation, Doctor. Now I'm sure you stole it for yourself.
I did not.
Kill each other. Do it.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
It's kind of great.
Did.
Did not.
Oh my.
Did.
Gentlemen, please.
Lost you.
Mind your own business, you nosy reporter.
But I...
Blink, blink. I have more important things to do.
Our discussion is far from over, Dr. Carter.
That's what you think, you malodorous buffoon. Whoa.
Oh my.
Whoa,
Oh my.
did you see that?
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Screen just glitched for a second. A lot of voices happening right here.
You know, I appreciate a good, like, $5 word, but malodorous is pretentious.
Oh, obviously it's beautiful. Didn't he use that one before, though? I feel like.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Word recycling. But there is a heck of a lot more writing in this one, like more dialogue, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
It's great. I don't know what
big step up narratively.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Maybe I'll try to make Olympia Scottish, I don't know. And I'm not happy with what I did with her.
A severe conservative middle-aged woman with an intelligent look in her eye. I'm actually going to have a conversation with some of these characters I haven't actually talked to, like Dr. Miklos.
I like her dress, actually. Good evening, Dr. Miklos. She looks stylish. Oh, good evening, Miss Bow. She's great. Olympia's fun. She's got a real zest for life.
I'm glad you enjoy her joie de vivre.
I do.
Because you're about to speak for her for about 15 minutes.
I don't even know what... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what she's going to sound like. So
we don't have any very low-speaking characters yet. So.
I suppose maybe... Yeah, I'll deepen that up for some texture.
There you go. If you want. It's your character.
Why not?
So.
Why not?
Let's go. Sam Augustini, tell us what you know.
Mr. Augustini, I have only met him once or twice at social affairs. He seems very competent, that one.
Oh, yeah.
She's met him. She knows. Dr. Pipin.
Dr. Pipin!
Dr. Carter is an odd one, if you ask me. He is so very interested in gaining personal glory. He doesn't seem to fully understand the beauty of what he has discovered. Why? The Amon Ra artifacts are a symphony, a tribute to the wonders of death. Ah.
Okay, so she's just like a necromancer. That's basically like who Dr. Miklos is.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah. She has a brand.
Dr. Carrington is a quiet one. I don't see him very often. I'm certain, however, that he must have a poetic soul. What makes you say that, Dr. Miklos? I have seen him walking amongst the dead in the Egyptian exhibit late at night. I cannot blame him. It's better than moonlight on headstones. Ah.
The sigh is weird. It'd be such a wrench in a murder mystery of this genre to have just a literal wizard. Like if she was a necromancer. Way harder to solve.
Yeah.
Well, it was either this or magic.
He might have got up and walked around.
A lot easier,
after he died.
if it was a necromancer, then maybe he could just do like speak with dead and like call it done.
Necromancer detective. Ah, yes, Detective O'Reilly. I can't say that I'm overly fond of that one. He has little respect for the wonderful things in the museum. He is too firmly rooted in this life. I do not believe that he likes the dead at all. Can you imagine?
Can you indeed?
Can you indeed?
So, which is your favorite, Dr. Miklos? Are you more of a skeleton lady or a zombie lady, or maybe ghouls?
Ghouls.
Good classic ghoul.
I'm sorry, I don't know what a crodfaller is. Is it some sort of pastry?
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, if it's not dead, she don't care.
No, she don't care. She's what we call a one-issue voter. Oh yes, he runs the laundry down the way. He always managed to keep the pleating in my silk shrouds just right.
Shrouds.
I'm wearing one right now. I feel like I mean,
could you reasonably call a dress a shroud? I suppose you could.
Your father.
Bring back shrouds for casual wear.
Yeah, they look comfy. No, I'm afraid I don't know Detective John Bow. He's your father? That's nice. I admire the police. They get to spend so much time with the sick and the dead. And in New Orleans, yet with those beautiful cemeteries.
Was John Bow a detective?
A couple people have mentioned that now.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the second person that we've spoken to
Oh.
who seemed to recall him being a detective. I thought that he was also a journalist, but maybe he just knows like the folks at the Tribune because of his time as a cop.
He broke that story with the Zeppelin that's on Sam Augustini's wall in his office, so I thought that's what he was. He was a reporter.
Yeah, that was the impression that I got as well.
Maybe he's both, also an astronaut.
Reporter, detective, astronaut.
Reporter, detective, astronaut, John Bow.
Yes.
Oh, everyone knows your father.
Gets around. Me, how sweet of you to ask about me, my dear. I consider myself a simple woman. Just an echoing museum, a few 100 dead things, and a ferret for company, and I could be happy for the rest of my life. With a little male companionship from time to time, that is. Ha ha. She's great.
What manner of doctor is she? Because it seems like a missed opportunity for her not to be like a coroner.
That's true.
Like, she could just professionally chop up dead people all day. Like, that's a real job that people have, and not most people want.
Yeah. She is wonderful, and there's a place for her somewhere.
There's a place for you somewhere, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother worked for a while at a funeral home, but he kept crashing hearses.
Oh, no.
I find Yvette to be a charming young lady. Some people around here don't appreciate her zest for life, but I find her quite refreshing.
Nice. Nice. Someone who finally approves.
Mm-hmm. It's all us girls getting along here. Olympia the Flapper, Yvette. Ah, Wolf. He has some lovely scars, doesn't he? Just between us girls, I think he's dreamy.
No, that's her type.
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown. Ah, the young stevedore. Steve Dorian? He's a charming young fellow. I imagine he has some wonderful scars from working on the docks. I just kissed him sideways.
We barely know each other.
An odd little fellow, that one. He reminds me of one of the specimens in my dried rat collection. It's good, it's good.
Love it. Countess Water Closet.
I don't know if I trust that one. She screamed when she saw my beautiful dried rat exhibit and cried out like a baby when my ferret Daisy bit her ankle. Foolish woman.
Foolish woman!
It's serious bite on a ferret. Fighting predators. That would hurt like hell.
I hear they smell that I've never been near enough one to know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Like, if it was a playful nip, a scream would be a little much. But if a ferret, like, bit you, I bet that would be horrible.
Probably hurt. I bet. Hey, we have another person to ask absolutely everybody about.
Yay.
Dr. Tut Smith.
I gotta go back to those kids outside.
Yes, Mr. Smith is a well-respected Egyptologist. He truly loves the desiccated bodies of his ancestors, you know. I think he is a good man.
Nice.
Do you think it's possible that he stole the dagger? Possible, but most definitely. Probable, most unlikely. If he had stolen the dagger, he would be on the first ship back to Egypt. Then again, perhaps he's too clever for that, or he's lingering behind to wreak his bloody revenge. Ha ha!
Okay, that's a vibe I can get behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this lady.
Yeah, she's good.
All right, we've exhausted all of our options of speaking about people. Now it's time to ask her about all of the places we know about.
People, places, and things. The Tribune is an excellent paper. You are most fortunate to be employed there, Miss Bow.
I'm actually not necessarily employed there yet.
Well, thank you, Dr. Miklos. I will fake it till I make it. Stick with the Tribune, my dear, and you'll almost certainly go far. Their article on dysentery in the Herdanos of Spain was simply marvelous.
I mean, thinking about it, I don't think we've received a paycheck yet, nor have we signed a contract.
Yeah.
I want to see the version of Magic School Bus where Dr. Miklos is the teacher. That'd be real fucked.
I mean, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Graduating class size would be small in that school.
Oh, I find the police fascinating. They spend all their time trying to stop crime and murder, and yet they shoot people themselves. Interesting, isn't it?
It's prescient observation.
So far, she's my top pick for party person I'd hang out with.
Do they spend all of their time trying to stop crime and murder, or do they spend all their time trying to meet quotas of arrests?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, in practice, maybe not so much.
I'm sure I don't have an answer for that, Miss Bow. What did you ask?
I forget what I asked.
I don't even remember what you said.
About low-fast laundry.
Oh, the laundry? Interesting. I thought she takes her shrouds there.
She does.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got a good crease on him.
Yeah.
But nothing about the building.
Oh, I see. I love to walk along the docks on a moonlit night and feed carrion to the rats. Such friendly little fellows.
You just walk around with carrion?
It's great. It's great. She's
people in your purse.
Living her life. Meeting her
reasonably confident she's wrong about the wharf rats, though. Like, I don't spend a lot of time with them, but friendly is probably not the word.
Oh yeah, you guys are East Coast. You guys know all about them wharf rats.
We know
they get pretty big here.
Oh,
yeah, they're big. They look like rabbits.
Oh my god.
I've never run across one, but my partner was telling me stories. I looked it up, and I was, I don't know, much as I love nature, pretty disturbed by the findings.
God.
You see them on the at the waterfront occasionally. They'll one will in the evening, one will just dart from a building to underneath. They're so fast and they're so huge.
Had big fucking rats in my basement at North Park Street. I didn't see any specimens that huge, but they were bigger than you want in your home. Anyway, we bought a sneezy little kitten, and rats moved out the next day.
It's amazing.
Yeah. The writing was on the wall, I guess.
Igor the cat weighed ounces, and those rats did not want a piece.
I don't recall the wharf rats so much, but the brewery rats were certainly out and about.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that they like the Keith's Brewery on the waterfront. I don't know if it's still open. I used to go to the Red Stag quite frequently. For fish and chips.
Yeah, they would
see a rat running around every once in a while. I'm not sure if there was some kind of special affordance for the health inspector or what, but
Oh, I thought you were gonna say for heritage, for these are heritage rats or something.
Could be.
These rats are pre-explosion.
They're culturally significant
property rats.
Pre-explosion rats.
They're heirloom rats.
They're just I think they're just you just have to accept it. Those really expensive apartments on the Halifax waterfront, I can only imagine, right? They wouldn't go up, but they're definitely in your parking garage 24/7.
We've mentioned it before, but we don't mention it that often. Halifax exploded one time.
It did.
Most big cities have a fire. Halifax has a fucking explosion. Fascinating story. Great Wikipedia read.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts.
Short version of it is there was a military boat with a whole lot of ammunition on it.
Yeah,
it blew the fuck up.
It remains, I think, the largest accidental, man-made, non-nuclear explosion. It's a lot of qualifiers, but that's very big.
Didn't 1,000 people die?
Something like that. Yeah,
a lot of people died.
It's crazy.
I think basically the largest explosion that wasn't a bomb meant to kill people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, basically, you turned a ship into a big fucking bomb. But
every bigger explosion was either intentional or nuclear in nature. Like
which are also intentional, generally speaking, I would assume.
It's incredible that just a bunch of gunpowder on a boat still holds that title.
Well, I mean, one would hope that, accidental explosions generally don't rise to that level. But.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we learned our lesson. People did at that point. Like, maybe let's not have that happen again.
Yeah.
We love our explosion out here. We really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a point of Haligonian pride, I guess.
Yeah.
I like to imagine
our city got blown the fuck up once.
I like to imagine the Halifax explosion as sort of like a resident kaiju, and if any lesser explosion threatens the city, the Halifax explosion will rise from the harbor and fight it off, nonetheless destroying most of Halifax again in the process.
Of course.
Has no professional boxer or hockey player ever been nicknamed the Halifax explosion?
Oh, I imagine someone must have done. But it isn't. I mean, it was a while ago, but it's still in fairly poor taste.
I know. They had
Is it too soon even now?
They had a music festival called the Halifax Pop Explosion. But yeah,
it's a cool Wikipedia page. It's really interesting to learn about. It was a catastrophe. It was a uniquely horrible chapter of history.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, it was not a pleasant thing.
We're all very sad.
I don't know about that, but we all acknowledge that it was a tragedy at the very least.
We're all very sad. Fuck.
Moving on. Let's talk about the Lion Dagger Museum.
All right.
The Leyendecker is my home now. I'd never want to leave it. Its musty hallways and creeping shadows are in my very blood.
I am the ghoul!
Can you imagine spending an entire lifetime drifting through the land of the dead? That opportunity is mine, and I treasure it. She loves her job.
She have found the dagger.
Yeah, she's great.
I'd be so excited for her.
Yeah.
She'd just be skulking around the shadows with the dagger, hunched over like a skaven.
She's great.
Tell me about your experience with New York, Ms. Ghoul.
How do you like living in New York, Dr. Miklos? Well, I've always heard it was a city rife with crime and danger and murder. So far, I have not been disappointed.
Well, we got the crime covered. I don't know about danger and murder just yet. I mean,
she should get together with Crodfaller. That guy knows all about how people die in this city.
Doopy doopy doo.
Doopy doopy doo.
Torn apart by chimpanzees.
Yes, I am aware that many people enjoy going to such places. I personally do not. I find them too noisy, and the people are too lively. I would like to get a good close look at some of those hedonist livers, however. That bootleg alcohol is quite strong.
He prefers her people dead.
I agree. I don't prefer my people dead, but I do prefer them quiet. So I get it, Olympia. I get it.
I mean, I would prefer just kind of nobody as opposed to a corpse.
Yes.
If I had to choose.
Yeah, if it comes down to it, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not it doesn't necessarily bother me. I lived for a year and a half, maybe not that long. While I was living in Halifax, I lived right across the street from a cemetery, and it was quite nice because the area, one side of my building was the the welfare office, and across the street was a cemetery, and next to that was another sort of relatively quiet apartment building.
Yeah, quiet, green space.
Dead people make good neighbors. I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Cemeteries are very peaceful places for sure.
Unless you get Titanic people buried there and then just bus loads all the time. I've seen it. It happens in Halifax. If you have if you are a notorious Titanic graveyard, which we have here in Halifax, You'll get like tour buses will pull up so people could come and look at the graves.
Oh.
Cemetery tourists.
Cemetery tourists.
Huh.
Oh.
So, congratulations. You probably lived by a cemetery where people were like buried in the 60s or 70s.
Cause down
on South Park Street.
Titanic, like the closest place wasn't the closest place like some East Coast thing after the Titanic?
Yeah. Most of the survivors of the Titanic were picked up and brought to Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely had some Titanic burials here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But not like in a huge amount, I don't think. But anyway, yeah.
I know you mean like Titanic as in the famous ship. But I keep imagining Titanic in like the Olympian myth sense of just like, like 100-handed monsters.
Mountain-sized creatures buried.
Just cyclopses. And...
Nice job not having any titans buried next to you.
Mm-hmm. I'd go to that cemetery. Holy cow!
No graves
of the. That would be a cause for cemetery tourism. Really.
No graves of the hecatoncheires.
Hey, Dr. Miklos.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about my notebook?
This question bothers me so much every time you ask it.
You're wise to carry a notebook, my dear. One never knows when one may see or hear something that will change one's life forever.
The way that they write the responses, it really does feel like Laura's just whipping her notebook out of her bag.
Yeah, under her noses.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, like Vanna White.
Like Vanna White. One arm across.
This beautiful magnifying glass. What do you think of that? You're wise to carry a magnifier, my dear. You miss so many of the good things if you don't look close enough. Imagine never seeing pores or lice or fungus spores.
I'm good with not seeing the like latter two. I don't need to see pores. I don't necessarily mind it. I can avoid seeing lice and fungus spores. I'm good.
I want to see them if they're there. I mean, I will say that.
You don't want to miss them.
No.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to miss them, but if I can just avoid having to see them in the first place, I think that's even better.
Yep.
We're all agreed that we're going to take preventative measures.
Yeah. It's hard to avoid pores.
Yeah.
Like, we happen to have a whole lot of them, so.
It's a good quote.
Some of us also have lice and fungus spores, I guess, but like all of us universally do have pores, so. Like, it's not, it's something that's expected.
Yeah, that's not a controversial statement.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know that bacteria can survive on the rim of a glass for 3 days, my dear? I'm very excited about that. Very.
Yeah, I'm gonna lick it later. Miscellaneous.
Ooh, 1926.
1926.
Oh my. So, Dr. Miklos, has this been a good year for you? I would say, yes, very good. I came here from Greece just a short time ago, and look at me now, curator at the largest private museum in New York. I'm happy to hear that, Dr. Miklos. Tell me, have you noticed anything unusual at the museum lately? The whole museum is unusual, my dear. We are surrounded by dead things. Just walk around for a while and breathe in its wonderful atmosphere. Why, the whole place smells of death. I just may have to do that. Have you ever noticed any dead things that, well, didn't belong? My dear, every dead thing belongs. Dead things are our friends.
I don't know about that.
See, she loves her work and is proud of her accomplishments in a way that doesn't make her an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, she was just talking about how proud she is to be the curator of this museum, and at no point during her dialogue was I like, fuck this lady, She seems great.
It's true.
I was like, yeah, good for you. Well done.
she's got a little bit of a preoccupation with death and is a little bit one note as a result. But like, yeah, you know, I'm not inclined to tell her to fuck off. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this point, it would be a little odd if she wasn't the murderer. But I'm not like I've met the rest of these people. I'll be happy to see most of them die.
Dr. Miklos, do you have any idea who would steal the Dagger of Amon Ra? Ha, very funny. Everybody, silly girl, it's a priceless artifact. Not only that, but it is said that the blade is an unknown alloy that can slice through bone like butter. I suppose that was a silly question after all. Let me rephrase that. Do you know anyone with a particular motive? Well, Touchsmith and Ramesses Najir both wanted it very badly to return it to their homeland, but they are both so upset it hardly seems possible that they could have done it. Then again, perhaps they're just fine actors. Ha ha! If you look closely at my neck, you will see the scars from the night my pet Wolverine tried to kill me. How I miss little Fluffy.
Pet Wolverine? Is it legal to have a pet Wolverine?
I saw a documentary on Wolverines, and a guy lived among the Wolverines, and he did not have all of his fingers.
Oh,
living among the Wolverines.
That's great. Is it called?
It wasn't like malicious. It's just that Wolverine friendships come with a sort of finger tax on them.
Oh, can we touch her? Yeah, can we?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Was there something you wanted, Miss Bow?
I'm gonna put you in my pocket.
Poke.
Carry you around.
Yeah, I want to carry you around with me and have you tell me about the death that's everywhere around us.
Yeah.
Pocket ghoul.
We're going to go back to the speakeasy, pick up that flapper, and you're going to magic school bus us around.
Oh yeah, Laura and the flapper can be the students. You have to ask everybody about
Touchsmith?
Touchsmith now.
I'm a representative of the Cairo Museum and people of Egypt. My mission is to recover what rightfully belongs to us, not to Pippin Carter or his pathetic museum.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, sorry, what happened? I missed it. What happened?
Oh no.
Did we lose Julia?
Oh,
no,
no.
Julia's here. She just
You
wasn't
had a
paying attention.
line.
I did have a line and I missed it. It's so
Oh.
That's okay.
heavens.
It played all the way through. The viewers saw it.
What's that? They saw it.
It's fine.
Sorry, I was checking my email.
Anything
my
good
phone.
come through?
Not even
that
on my
note-
desktop, on my phone. I'm so sorry.
Maybe it's time for a break.
That's okay.
That's also why I bumped the table. It's a good disaster. I'm never touching anything ever again, I promise.
Oh yeah.
You're officially a real NPC now.
I
That's the level of professionalism we expect here at level 0.
I'm actually almost falling asleep here right now. So you're in good company. Like
There are so
Okay,
many
so it's
voices,
time
and
for
you
a
guys are
pee
doing
and
such an
email
incredible
break.
job.
Email.
what did you say, Alex?
There's so many voices, and you guys are doing such an incredible job. Like, especially when a scene comes up that requires you to just converse with yourself, and you've got to give a different personality to everyone on the screen. You guys are doing amazing, really. I really think that.
I got to
4
apologize.
characters at a time, no less.
I appreciate that. I am very low energy tonight. I'm so sorry. I'm usually way more like I had a really rough day. It was bad. Wasn't great. But I'm gonna try to pick it up for the second half. I'll go in the bathroom and smack myself around.
Nice.
Yeah, I managed to do like 3 bad things all in the space of like 2 seconds. Like I hit the table, I missed the line by checking my email. Yeah.
That's great.
No, it was a good indicator that we needed to take a break. So we're gonna tie it off right here, everybody.
Oh, I feel so bad.
And we're gonna recuperate, and then we'll have another episode. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Stay, mangle that bell, like, comment, subscribe.
Just full slasher film that bell.
Yeah, German suplex the bell.
Smack it around a bit.
Yeah. You and the bell need to be you and the bell need to be front page news, like a weird mugshot of you and then a censored picture of the bell.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting to hear what you did to that bell.
You want to
find yourself a tomorrow, everybody.
Find yourself a tomorrow.
I mean,
we're really into you.
It's only part 1. Are we stopping?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we need a do we need a forever break?
Oh, God.
Forever break
where
we all die.
No one hears from any of us ever again. We just disappear off the face of the earth. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I air this and then we all die.
It's very important you don't feel even a little bad about this.
No.
I'm usually so good about these things, and I came late because I was eating banana bread.
I told you that was important. That was That was priority numero uno. I think you did right there.
No.
Yeah.
Also,
like, I agree.
I know what you mean. Like, I am so tired today. I think if I took like 6 months and devoted it to just rest and well-being, I would still be experiencing a level of exhaustion that's like medical in nature.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Bye, love you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I let the team down, and we're never going to do this ever again.
No, you're doing great. Star player.
Hmm.
Quarterback of the NPCs.